There are few things in this life that I love more than a natural beauty hack. Today I'm going to share a simple yet ancient beauty secret, and that is barberries. They contain several beneficial compounds, but most notably berberine. So if you can hear that word in there, Berber, it's because it is. So we can't even go further without acknowledging and thanking the Arabs and the Berbers for incorporating this antioxidant rich food in their diet, like with barberry rice. There are all kinds of recipes online for you to make your own, and we get this from them, so we thank and we praise them for that. Barberries can actually help manage conditions like diabetes. Barberries can fight dental infections and treat acne, and that's where I come in, the treatment of acne. Barberries can be found on most continents, so it's not, exclusive to the Far or Middle East. They're sweeter in some places than others. I order mine from Amazon, but they vary in how tart the berry is based on where it's grown, kind of like how coffee, the taste of coffee, if you're a coffee connoisseur at all, it's really influenced the flavor of it. The undertones and the coffee notes are influenced by what region they're grown in and what is being grown next to them. It's a porous, the coffee bean is porous, so it kind of sucks up what's around it. And barberries are berries, so it's similar, right? Now I have to say this because it's a good practice. I am not a doctor, nor am I a nutritionist. So what I'm saying here, I can only speak from anecdotal evidence. So when it comes to my own personal life experience with barberries, within a week of eating a small handful of these a day, and when I say handful, I don't mean that the barberries ever touched my palm. I mean scooping them up within my fingers, grabbing some dried barberries in my fingers and popping them in my mouth, chewing, swallowing. Within a week of doing this, I watched my skin change. I watched my own acne decline. And I'm an acne prone person. I've got combination skin that's oily in the T-zone and dry everywhere else. That kind of skin type, it's acne prone and prone to scarring. I have had very pleasant results with barberries in combination with other methods of facial cleansing and moisturizing, of course. These little barberries combat cell damage by rounding up free radicals and overcoming them. These very tart berries fight infections and are anti-inflammatory. And great nutritionists of the past always say, if a food is bitter, it helps with this. If it is sweet, it helps with this. If it is tart, it helps with that. And definitely this whole tart taste thing, and I'm not talking about like a Warhead or Sour Patch Kids, right? But like things that are found in nature that are tart, like, boy, are they anti-inflammatory. So while barberries have, it's been claimed that they help fight diabetes and diarrhea, I've got no personal experience with this. So I can't say that. My personal experience is with barberries clearing up my acne. I've also noticed fresher breath for longer periods of time while enjoying barberries. And I thought that was really fascinating because, I normally equate fruit with, oh, now I need to brush my teeth, or sugar on my teeth, cavities, things like this. That was hardly a fresher breath for longer periods of time was hardly my intention in consuming them. It's just something I noticed. And then I looked it up online, and sure enough, it's been said that barberries are very powerful against gingivitis, basically really bad breath, and gum diseases. So it's safe to say that there are dental benefits to be had from barberries, considering that dental gels have been made from these berries. Some cook their barberries, and perhaps some even eat them like straight off the plant, straight off the root. I enjoy them dried. It's very simple for me. They last long. I don't have to worry about them going bad. I don't refrigerate them or put them anywhere dark and cold. I actually have a container of them on my desk, and I just kind of pop them, like I would a vitamin. I pop a handful like I would pop a vitamin. Definitely safe to say that there are dental benefits to be had from consuming barberries, right? when barberries were proven effective against, let me back up just a little. Dried barberries were used in a study with teenagers who suffered from acne. And y'all know that hormonal acne of teenagers is something very serious. So to be proven in a case like that is, it's telling of the berry. So proven effective against this condition. And I mean, it's like what I said about them being anti-inflammatory, because acne is essentially a condition of inflammation. Barberries are known to have a tart, slightly sweet flavor and can be eaten raw or in a jam or as a component of rice dishes and salads, right? So the way we put like craisins, for example, in a salad, I mean, you could replace those with barberries and clear up your skin. Even though I wouldn't put craisins away, I definitely would enjoy both. If I had them both on hand, I'd just sprinkle them both on my salad. But barberries can also be juiced, and they can also be used to make tea. So since mine are dried, I could probably try a tea later on today. Supplemental forms of barberries, as in, like a vitamin. So you can find these in dried capsules. You can find them in liquid extracts. You can find them in ointments or gels, and they can be made from whole berries or berberine extract. Now, due to the limited research, there is no recommended dosage for barberries, nor is there a recommended dosage for a berberine supplement. So maybe when you're having, vitamin D3 or B12, there's a recommended dosage. But for these, there is none. So really, I know for me, I noticed a change when I was having, a handful a day. So now I'm trying, a handful in the morning and a handful at night and seeing if that does something quicker. So a handful a day, I saw differences within a week, but maybe 2 handfuls a day, maybe there will be a change in a few days. So I'll comment on the video and let you know if I see something like that. If you don't enjoy tart or sour food, you may not enjoy the berry, but so long as it doesn't upset your stomach or your health, you might want to find a way to incorporate them into your diet, because they're inexpensive. And when it comes to my skin and how acne prone I am, my testimony is as good as gold when it comes to the fact that these aid in clearing your skin. They aid in getting rid of your acne problem. So again, there's not been enough studies to show how barberries can affect pregnant or nursing women. So I would just, kind of be wise and cautious and hold off on these until you're in the clear about whether or not you can have them and more research is done. But definitely, if you're not in either one of these conditions, you want to incorporate these little barberries into your life. Now, if you're into spirituality at all forms of spirituality, but particularly if you are into root working or, manifestation petitions and quantum leaping, barberries are used for what they sound like in so many workings from women who are anything from mystics to witches. And you can actually bar someone with barberries from gossiping about you. You can bar someone from your personal space. You can set up boundaries with these and spiritual workings. Now, I have seen other people do it. This is not something that I have tried myself, but I've seen a woman, who gets rave reviews, who used barberries and setting up a boundary between, I believe it was a mother-in-law and a wife, right? Sometimes mother-in-laws can be very overbearing when it comes to their sons. And all this is understandable. He's your baby, but your baby's a grown man, is my husband, and you're trying to take over my life. Don't appreciate it. So, if you can't respect me, stay out of my house. So I think they ended up getting into a place where, they would have holidays over the mother's house, and the family was still very coherent, but it's just, the mother-in-law stopped coming to the house. And for the wife, that was a good thing. Right? Yeah, only one woman in a kitchen, Anyhow, maybe not in my house, but that works for many. That works for some. So go ahead and try these barberries and let me know what you think. Again, you can order them from Amazon. The brand that I have is called Sadaf. and I just pop a few in my mouth. They've been really helpful. And I get all kinds of acne, whiteheads, blackheads. What's the other thing called? I'm not looking for the word cyst. I'm looking for like tubular, something that, those hard ones that really hurt, that develop under the skin. Yeah. Hormonal acne. So just a week before it's that time of the month, but every single month, which is why I have scarring, because it happens every single month, that acne comes. And I think the barberries are interrupting DHT. That's what I think that they're doing, honestly. DHT is the hormone that once it gets to the skin, that's what's creating acne. So if you can suppress that hormone from getting to the surface or below the surface of the skin, if you can protect it from the dermis, then you can essentially defeat acne. And I think that's what barberries are interrupting. But again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I only know as a pimple-prone person that this has worked for me. And it's nice when you can't necessarily go to a dermatologist or, it's nice to have these natural remedies all around you in nature. So that's it for barberries. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're willing to try them. And I'll be looking forward to your responses, or give them to somebody that maybe you've got an acne-prone teen. It's worth it, right? Because beauty is currency, period. And that's a statement I've stood on and said for years, if not a full-on decade. You want to definitely protect your face. That's your billboard. So that's everything I got on barberries. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.